Yo, 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 and hello, and welcome to the 86th episode of GameSpeak Podcast. New episodes go for free every Wednesday in audio format on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast directories, and in video format on YouTube, so you can see us in some stunning HD. This show is two childhood BFFs bringing you all things video games. You can find us online at createforsanity.com, where you can listen to episodes, subscribe for behind-the-scenes news, read some radical articles, and buy sick t-shirts from our shop. Also, be sure to join the community in the Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/GameSpeakPodcast to hang and talk games with other nerds like us. I'm one of your hosts, Jamal Aljaafreh, alongside Brent Bass.
What's up, man? How's it going?
It's going, dude. It's going pretty good, actually. I feel like this last week for me has been a huge change in, like, I don't know if it's the weather, like, feeling good. I don't know if it's the time change, like we got more time.
I do like the time change. I feel like I don't know if it really has been affecting how long I've been able to sleep, but for some reason I feel way more well-rested since the time change.
Yeah, because you're technically getting, like, an extra hour. Like, if you go to bed at the same time that you were going to bed at, you're getting an extra hour of sleep.
I just kind of go to bed when I'm tired, you know?
Yeah, and so I imagine your body's used to, like, getting tired at the same time, you know, as it used to. Yeah. Like, I've been trying to actually, like, wake up at the same time I was waking up before, so I have like a random extra hour in the day to do whatever.
I like that. How's that working out for you?
It's pretty good. Playing, video games with it. That's what I'm doing.
Hell yeah. I don't know. I feel really well rested, but I think I slept funny last night. Like, my neck is like stiff.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? And it's only when I like turn to the right. You know what I mean?
If you notice the volume went down, it's because his head turned to the right.
Right.
But let me tell you, the stiff neck is not something you want. It sucks.
No, it's not pleasant, you know?
It's like one of those things where, like, whenever you're a kid, you don't ever think about a stiff neck. But whenever you get older, it's all you think about.
You just get stiff necks all the time.
Yeah, dude.
Terrible.
So fucking weird.
Terrible.
So weird. Why? I just don't understand. Why does that happen?
I don't know, man. But other than the stiff neck, life is pretty good.
Stiff wreck, dude.
Stiff wreck. Wrecking life.
Life. There we go. Yeah, so, cool. Anything interesting happen? Anything crazy?
Oh, man, let me think. Not terribly interesting. I've just been working and playing games.
I feel like
chilling.
I watched something. Oh, I finally watched Inception for the first time.
Really?
All the way
You've
through.
never seen Inception?
I had never seen it all the way through. Like,
it's a
because
good movie.
I worked at the movies when it came out, and so I was like on this like hiatus from watching movies because I was so fucking tired of the movies. And like, but I remember I was the projectionist at the time, and I would like stick my head out or like go down and catch little parts of it, and then but I never fully watched the movie. And gotta say, that's a great movie.
It really is, man. Inception, there's a reason it had such a big buzz behind it,
Yeah, I feel that. Like,
clever movie,
It's definitely
Wasn't that
clever.
Christopher Nolan?
Yeah, Chris Nolan.
Yeah,
Chris
man.
Nolan.
That's a good one. That one and that one, the space movie he did. I love that. With Matthew McConaughey.
Interstellar. It's a great movie.
That's such a dang movie.
It's so weird though, because that's like one of his least like positively reviewed movies.
Yeah, I feel like that one should be like seriously like, I don't know.
It's better than Dunkirk.
That's one of the better movies of this generation. I feel like it's so good.
Oh yeah, dude. That
I liked it more than that stupid movie that was so popular with Sandra Bullock in it and George Clooney, Gravity.
Gravity. She's just like floating through space.
Like, that wasn't even that bad of a movie, but compared to Interstellar, it was just so
I wouldn't go
whack.
that far. It's not that bad of a movie. Sandra Bullock used a like fire extinguisher to blast herself from like a felling what was it? It was like a weird ship thing to the Chinese space station. Like, what? And like somehow
what's wrong with that?
Something tells me that the science might just be off just a little bit.
Well, in Interstellar, they like pulled themselves through a freaking time warp loop like that.
At least it's based on,
It's based on science,
and
but
it's science fiction. Like, it's supposed to, like, I get Gravity's science fiction too, but it was supposed to be like, a serious movie. I feel like
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I don't know how to express myself in this situation, but I feel like you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, Gravity is not like
Gravity's supposed to be something that could happen like tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not like super fantastical, like I just don't understand. Like, you're not floating through space with a fire extinguisher. It's just not going to happen. And if you do, you're not going to get to where you're trying to go, And it's like,
I don't know, man. It might work.
it's worth a shot, I guess. We should
It's
throw
better than not having it. I wish that's something Mythbusters needs to test.
That's what I was about to say. We should throw like Bear Grylls up in space and see how long he can survive.
Yeah, dude.
He thinks he's like the master of Earth,
How would he have a better chance of surviving in space than anybody
absolutely cold up here.
We're gonna float to this asteroid and collect some food, drink our own peace.
It's like, I found these moon rocks, highly nutritious. Anyways, so let's jump into the news.
Yeah, let's get in
there.
In that video game news.
Get down and dirty. Just so you guys know, we're using articles from gaming news sites from around the web. Yeah. I'm gonna say it like ASMR. Hold on. I do not claim any material. We're simply giving commentary on said articles.
You need to say it like, how after the drug commercials, they give you all the warnings really fast, like, GameSpeak Artist not claiming any of the products.
Okay. Like, super quick. I don't even know if I could.
It's kind of hard. It's like a tongue twister.
Just so you guys know, I can't do it. It's over.
That's hard.
It's done. You gotta practice, man. Those guys got real skill.
I feel like they just recorded at a normal speed and then like speed it up.
Oh, duh.
You know what I mean?
What if they don't, though? Do you think there's some crazy dude out there?
Well, their
that
voice
can do
isn't
that?
like super high pitched or anything. It's not like, it's like maybe they record it at a normal speed with like a really low voice,
I can see.
I don't know.
Anyways, let's jump into the news. So, Treyarch has released a major balancing update across all 3 multiplayer modes in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. The update also makes several changes to the game's featured playlist. For multiplayer mode, the biggest change is the addition of Gun Game to the featured playlist.
Oh, ayo.
A Black Ops fan favorite. The playlist spawns you with a specific set of weapons and changes said set when you kill another player. Hold on. Is that it? Is that what they get? Oh, for Blackout, 100 player solo has been added to the featured playlist. The maximum player count in both duos and squads, they put quads, has also
No, it is quads.
Is it quads?
Yeah, they call it quads for some reason.
So fucking dumb. Anyways, has also been set at 88. For zombies, you'll now earn experience much more quickly when playing on hardcore or realistic difficulty. Also, an exploit that allowed players to keep their special weapon out indefinitely has been fixed. The rest of the update balances the weapons, armor, and gadgets across all 3 modes. And plenty of items are getting nerfed, so strategies that have worked for you in the past may not be as effective now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nerfing shit.
Nerf it up. Okay. Let's see. Pokemon Go developer Niantic has just launched its newest mobile game, Ingress Prime, on iOS and Android. To celebrate its release, the studio is holding a special event in Pokemon Go, giving players their first opportunity to catch 2 new shiny Pokemon. For a limited time, 2 Gen 1 monsters, Cubone and Ponyta, will appear much more frequently than they do normally. Not only that, but if you're lucky, you'll also have a chance to come across shiny variants of each as you're playing. Shiny Cubone has a greener complexion than standard Cubone, while Shiny Ponyta has a blue fiery mane rather than a red one. So that's kind of cool.
That's pretty neat.
I bet Shiny Rapidash is dope. So
what's up with this Ingress Prime?
I don't know. I want to say that their
Ingress
first
was already a thing.
I was about to say I want to say Ingress was already a thing. It was like the game before Pokemon Go.
Maybe,
so maybe it's like an updated.
Yeah.
Maybe they took all the things they did with Pokemon Go and like made Ingress doper or something. I don't know. Probably worth checking out.
Yeah, definitely. Apparently, if it wasn't clear enough that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on Switch was set to be the biggest entry of the series, then the recent Nintendo Direct showcasing the new game modes and massive roster offered the most comprehensive look at the game yet. In addition to the new Spirits gameplay, we finally saw the game's new story mode, which aims to tie together everything that Ultimate offers. In this new adventure called World of Light, players will explore a large world in order to save friends and foes alike from mysterious corruption. During the closing trailer for the Direct, we saw the entire lineup of 75 fighters preparing to face off against a new threat. However, things don't go over well for our heroes, and every character is overtaken by this new foe, all except for Kirby. After recovering from the chaos, the sole survivor sets out to find his allies and cure them of their newfound corruption, all the while collecting the spirits of many supporting characters and friends who will aid him in combat. From the trailer, World of Light looks very similar to a board game like Mario Party. However, it eventually expands into a broader adventure where you'll see new sights and face off against evil versions of popular characters. Many of these battles also introduce some strange conditions, like facing off against oversized version of fighters. And these
just like every other
every Smash Bros. This time, though, they were talking. Did you watch this?
I didn't see him talking. I must have. I only watched a few like snippets from the Direct.
Like at the very beginning, it shows Fox, and like he's like standing there, and he's like, I can't remember. I think he says
that's not so weird because Fox has talked before.
He's like, kill every last one of them, or something like that, and it shows like all the hands, like all the master hands coming down from this weird ship thing.
Oh yeah. I did see that part.
Yeah, and then Kid Icarus.
It was Kid Icarus or
came
Crom
up and like
something.
talked and like said something, and then Shulk was like, and then it was like, oh, okay.
Dude, it's gonna be dope, bro. I don't know. I just love Smash Bros.
Me too. I feel like this one specifically is calling for me. It is beckoning me to play it, but like,
yeah.
And I think it has something to do with the nostalgia around the old school like story mode from which one was that? That was from Brawl, right? No,
they had
was that Melee?
They had a story mode in like all of them, pretty much. I mean, except for the first one, but like even that had like a single player mode where you'd fight like giant Donkey Kong and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think it was Subspace Emissary was the first one that had
Brawl,
a story.
I think.
Yeah, that was like the first story though.
Yeah, they had a story.
Yeah, I can't remember, but this looks cool. It kind of reminds me of like how they're doing with like all the comic book movies and like trying to make it like over the top, like crossover, lore, which I'm down with.
Yeah,
I'm down with that.
It's gonna be tight.
Yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
In that same Direct, they announced that Ken from freaking Street Fighter is going to be a shadow fighter for Ryu.
Oh, that guy who's not Ryu?
Yeah, the red guy, not the white guy. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
They're also adding Incineroar, which is this weird Pokemon that like burns stuff. He's kind of like Magmar, but like goofier. It's like Dr. Seuss drew Magmar.
I like that. I know exactly who you're talking about now that you say that.
And we also have Piranha Plant for Smash Bros. But Piranha Plant is going to be a pre-order bonus. So if you pre-order the game, which, we all know we're getting Smash Bros.
What happens if you don't pre-order it? You just don't get Piranha Plant?
Probably not for a while. Honestly, it's probably going to be like those zombies maps that are pre-order bonuses for Black Ops, Like, I'm sure you'll get them just, like, eventually.
Oh, okay.
How
do you feel about Piranha Plant being a character?
I don't know. After seeing the gameplay with him, I think he's going to be tight. know?
Yeah, they never fail to make a good character out of something that you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, totally. And I don't know, I feel like he's going to be unique. He's going to be one of those weird characters that's got a lot of quirky things going for him that, I don't know, I think I'm going to like.
Yeah, same.
He looks like a power character just from like the gameplay. I don't know. I'm into it. Also, they announced that there's going to be 5 additional DLC characters coming in the future.
Ooh.
So, you know, be ready for that because it's not, you know. So, Waluigi's probably still in the mix. It's very possible that we could still get a Waluigi at some point. With all the fan demands, I will be surprised if we don't get a Waluigi.
I feel like they're saving him for the last DLC character just so people will keep coming back to the game and holding out hope.
Totally. Well, if you know you're going to buy all 5, you can get a fighter's pass, which is like gives you access to all the DLC coming.
Cool.
And it's $25. So
nice. Yeah. I like that. And in line with that, Nintendo is releasing a new line of Amiibo for each of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's new and returning characters. We've already gotten a look at figures of Wolf, Ridley, and Inkling, and during the final Super Smash Bros. Direct presentation, Nintendo revealed another handful of Amiibo and when they'll arrive. The aforementioned Wolf, Ridley, and Inkling figures are launching alongside the game on December 7th. King K. Rool and Ice Climbers Amiibo will follow next year on February 15th, while figures of Young Link, Daisy, Pichu, and newcomers Isabelle and Kin will all release sometime in 2019. On top of those Amiibo, Nintendo announced it will release a figure of the surprise DLC character Piranha Plant, which game director Masahiro Sakurai says has a nice curved form to it. The Piranha Plant Amiibo is likewise launching on February 15th,
nice.
While the character itself is slated to join the game around February.
Dope.
Dude.
I can't wait.
I'm down for that. I still have all the first Smash Bros. Amiibos,
Dude,
or
yeah.
a lot of them.
And the DLC
Here's
characters
Pichu.
they did for the last Smash Bros. Game were awesome. Cloud and fucking Mewtwo and all that. That was excellent.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
I love Amiibo, man. They're such high quality little figures for something so dumb.
Yeah, they're so dumb. I like how you can interact with your game with them, though. That's kind of cool.
Same.
You know what I mean?
I haven't even opened any of mine. This obviously this isn't from Smash Bros, but this Poochie Amiibo here.
That's an Amiibo?
Yeah, it's an Amiibo,
What?
dude.
You can beep it?
Yeah, dude, you can boop them.
What? That's tight.
It's Poochie, bro.
If you want to see what we're talking about and you're listening on just like iTunes
Oh
or
yeah,
something,
my bad.
check it out. Check it out on YouTube. We got a Poochie in the building.
mix. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just start putting Amiibos around us, dude, like in our fucking ears and
I like
stuff.
that. Yeah, just stack them up.
Yeah, dude.
Bring them on.
So what you got? What you got over there?
Okay, let's see. Blizzard has wasted no time adding Overwatch's newest character to the public test realm, where PC players can now try out updates before they're ready to roll out wide on all platforms. The new character Ashe just debuted at BlizzCon on Friday, and she's already available to try out. As detailed in a panel at BlizzCon, Ashe's main weapon is a lever-action rifle with speedy firing mode or a slower mode down the sights. Her secondary is a sawed-off shotgun, and she can also lob dynamite with a delayed fuse timer. Finally, her ultimate ability calls in B.O.B., her robot. The
B.O.B. just jumps down. It's like, the earth is flat.
That'd be fucking hilarious. Her robot bodyguard to do some damage of his own. So yeah, that's cool. You know, what's kind of funny, though, is like, this character, Ashe, kind of reminds me of a character from fucking Paladins.
Really?
I'm pretty sure they stole a character from Paladins, kind of.
I mean, why not?
I mean, you might as well.
Yeah.
Like, that's, you know, go for it. That's the way I see it. They basically ripped off everything from you. You might as well just, like, get some ideas
It's
in
like,
return.
oh, yeah? Well, no one will know. You know? But, anyways, as part of BlizzCon 2018, Blizzard revealed it's remastering Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos. The new project is called Warcraft 3 Reforged. The cinematic video shows a Horde and Alliance unit feuding when meteors begin crashing down, bringing new enemies down. The game launches next year, but will be playable at BlizzCon for attendees.
Is that Diablo? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
To the listener, they're just going to hear that like whole thing, and then you're just like, is that Diablo?
Sorry, I need to give commentary, but I just was not listening at all on that one.
It's Warcraft 3, Reign of Chaos.
Oh, okay.
So I think I played the first Warcraft, and that was about it.
I didn't play any of the Warcraft.
Kind of like StarCraft. I only played the first one.
See, I didn't play that either. I'm not as well.
Blizzard.
I was about to say, I don't. I'm ashamed to admit that I haven't played very many Blizzard games aside from like Overwatch and stuff.
I'm just not a Blizzard
guy. I don't have the
guy.
commitment to put into like StarCraft or World of Warcraft or something.
Yeah.
Anything with craft in the name, like I.
What about Minecraft, bro?
Even Minecraft, I don't really have the time for. I like Minecraft, but it's just like There's
There-
so much
there's
shit
some-
I'd rather be playing. You know what I mean? Like
there's just like this inherent like PC vibe to it, and that's the
Yeah.
thing. We're very, very not PC gamers.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's where Blizzard shines. You know.
Totally.
Anyways, what you got?
Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Okay, here we go.
It's you, dude.
Fortnite dances have become a mainstay of sporting events since the title exploded in popularity.
Mm-hmm.
So it's only fitting to see a real-world sport invade the Battle Royale game. Developer Epic Games has announced it's partnering with the NFL to offer a new set of football skins in Fortnite based on real-world jerseys, and they're set to arrive later this week following the new update. Starting Friday, November 9th, NFL outfits will be available for purchase from Fortnite's in-game store. Epic hasn't announced pricing details for the new skins, but you'll be able to choose between uniforms of all 32 teams in the NFL. Epic says you'll also be able to customize your jersey with any number from 0 to 99. The skins will be available in the store beginning at 4 p.m. So, check it out.
I don't know if I could be less excited, dude.
Hey, there's a lot of people out there who like football, and a lot of people out there that like Fortnite, and I'm sure that
And the two of them mix.
the circle bisects at some point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely. I'm sure it does. I'm not saying that it doesn't. I'm just asking, should it? You know? But anyways,
Should it?
but Microsoft.
Some lines you just shouldn't cross, man. You can like one or the other, but
maybe just neither. You know what I'm saying? No, but Microsoft has announced another 4 games that have been added to the Xbox One backwards compatibility list. You can now play Just Cause, Castlevania Lords of Shadow, Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2, and Castlevania Lords of Shadow. A Mirror of Fate HD on Xbox One. I thought it was the first one again.
a lot of Castlevania going on there.
Yeah, dude. Regardless if you own the physical or digital versions of the games. If you do own the games digitally already, just head to the ready-to-download section on the My Games and Apps page of your Xbox One dashboard.
And get that shit.
Is there.
Cool.
Yeah, what you got?
Let's see, a little more Fortnite news, and then I'll shut up about it.
So
They
excited.
got a heavy AR in Fortnite now. Brat. So you can really put the brat on people. They also have balloons, so you can fly around. And there you go.
Cool. Balloons, guns.
Lots of cool shit.
Speaking of Battle Royale games, a new PlayerUnknown's Battleground trailer has been released. Although it's not very long, the trailer implies PUBG is going to have a future update that features a crossover with the Suicide Squad film. There's not much information to be gleaned from the trailer itself. It features close-up shots of Harley Quinn and presumably the Joker before the duo's silhouette is glimpsed through the smoke of a tossed frag grenade. Both characters are rendered and move like PUBG's character models. On the surface, it appears as if PUBG is getting Harley Quinn and Joker cosmetic items, similar to the recently released Halloween monster skins. However, the title of the trailer and its description imply there might be more to this crossover. Both refer to this new content as Harley and Joker breaking out of prison, something that players should try to prevent. Certain scenes of the trailer also showcase an environment that could be the inside of Miramar's prison area. So this crossover might be either a limited time event, like when Fortnite allowed players to transform into Thanos, or a new mode entirely that takes place on a small portion of PUBG's desert map. PUBG could be looking at a new game type where 2 people are Harley and Joker and the remaining players are cops who have to stop them from escaping prison, or an event where discovering a special item on a new prison map allows someone to transform into one of the criminals and wield their powerful gadgets. We'll have to wait and see.
That actually sounds really fun.
I think it would be fun if it was the cop thing.
I like the idea of being like Harley Quinn and Joker and being like way more overpowered than everybody else and like, you know, going
and
against
they're all
everybody.
coming after you. It's
yeah,
like,
dude. It would be like Thanos, you know, just like it said. You know, like the Thanos thing worked really well. You know what I mean? Like you're super overpowered. You're just like one hit blasting people. You know what I mean?
I like it. I think that's pretty cool.
Everybody would have to really work together to kill you. I don't know. It'd be interesting, but at the same time, I feel like this is PUBG doing its like death throes right now. You know what I mean? Like this is a last ditch effort. I saw this other article earlier talking about PUBG release date on PS4 announced. It's like, oh, you know, this is
good luck.
They're dying, dude. It's like, it's over for PUBG, I feel like. I don't know. I hate it. I hate to say it.
I think it's been over for a while, and they saw it, you know.
I mean, I think it's about to, like, really be over. Like, to the point where, like, nobody's actually playing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not just, like, the beginning of the end. Like, it's about to just be, like, a dead game pretty soon, I think. Not like, really soon, but in the next, like, 2 years, I feel like. Bro.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, over the weekend at BlizzCon, Blizzard announced a brand new Diablo title for mobile devices, Diablo Immortal. Mm-hmm. The reveal was met with some degree of backlash, as a portion of the fan base hoped for an announcement of the next core Diablo instead.
A portion.
As the majority of the fan base. On Monday, when the New York Stock Exchange opened for the first time this week, shares of Activision Blizzard dropped significantly.
God damn.
The company's stock dropped by close to 7% on Monday. Shares closed at $64.34, which is down from the previous day's close at $68.99.
Look, they're going to make so much fucking money off of this mobile game that they're just going to be like fucking shoving it up their asses, dude. There's so much money. They could do whatever they want. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. Everyone's mad. They're going to get over it, and Blizzard is going to make their money. That's how it works.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think Blizzard could ever go wrong.
They're going to make
go down.
it for now, but I don't know. You got to look at the long game here. You know, companies like EA and Blizzard are trying to get their cash grab right now. You know what I mean?
I feel
companies
like Blizzard's
Rockstar,
good to their people, though. They're good to their fans, unlike
fair
EA.
enough, yeah. You know, and they haven't really done anything wrong yet. They just announced a mobile game. Like,
yeah, they didn't even say that Diablo wasn't coming.
Yeah,
like
all they did was just say like, oh, hey, we got a new mobile game for you guys, and everybody got pissed.
They're like, dude, we're fucking PC gamers, okay?
Watch it be tight. It might actually be really cool.
See, the thing about it is, man, did you watch the video of the guy like at BlizzCon?
No.
Who, like, when they let them like ask questions, that was like the thing they showed off the trailer. Everyone was, you know, they paid to go to BlizzCon because they were excited. Everyone thought Diablo 4 was going to be here.
No.
They had hyped it up.
Did he get roasted?
Oh, yeah. So, like, it's like, all right, and we're going to let you guys come up to ask questions.
Oh, shit.
And the guy comes up, and he's like, yeah, is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke or something? And, like, the guy was just like, no, we take pride in our games. And, like the whole crowd was just, like whistling and, like, oh, yeah. Like, dude, it's got to suck for them.
Dang.
It sucks for that dude.
Oh, man. That's why you don't just drop a mobile game. Like, imagine if they had just dropped Fallout Shelter without any kind of, like, without Fallout 4 next to it. It would have bombed.
Well, that's what a lot
hard.
of people were saying. They were like, why? It's like they should have just took a cue from Bethesda and how that they showed off their mobile game, but they also dropped a random logo that said, you know, like they could have just dropped anything.
Gears of War people, you know?
Exactly.
They did the exact same thing. I mean, I don't know.
They're like, here's our shitty mobile game.
That's the thing, though. Even if it's not a shitty mobile, even if it's the best mobile game ever created, people aren't going to give it a chance now. You know what I mean? Like, they should have waited and dropped it with a big title, you know? Or at least, I don't know.
Or at least not made it like a mainstay at BlizzCon. You know, this place where people pay like hundreds of dollars to go.
That would have been like the Bethesda announcing Elder Scrolls Legends without announcing
That's
Fallout
what I was
76. Saying. Oh, yeah.
or not even dropping a logo for Elder Scrolls, you know? Like, I feel like just them saying, yeah, we're working on it. It's coming, you know? Like, they've hinted that Diablo 4 is coming, but they haven't, like, outright said it. So.
I mean, we all know it's going to happen at some point. That's just one of those that's like, it has to happen. That's like Smash Bros. Like, we knew they were going to make another Smash Bros. It's not
of course. Well, this time they had to. The thing is Blizzard doesn't have to do anything. Mm-hmm. They could pull a Valve and just be like, never make it again. But speaking of Diablo 3 is now available on Nintendo Switch.
Word.
But Blizzard has revealed another notable piece of news for Nintendo fans. Diablo is getting its very first Amiibo figure, and odds are it's probably not any of the characters you would guess. As Blizzard shared on Twitter, the figure is not Diablo himself, nor any of the other Prime Evils. It's also not Tyrael, Malthael, Deckard Cain or any of the playable classes. Instead, it's the mischievous Loot Goblin who gets the Amiibo treatment. The Loot Goblin Amiibo launches sometime in December. A specific release date wasn't shared, but a listing for $16 on GameStop's website is live and listed as an exclusive. So yeah.
Interesting.
Very.
Interesting. Here's an interesting one if you've been playing Red Dead and you're a little confused about why your game is acting funny. Rockstar has announced that it is working on an issue that is affecting Red Dead Redemption 2. Currently, a bug in the game can cause Sadie, Jack, John, and Abigail, 4 of Arthur Morgan's camp companions, to disappear after the completion of Chapter 2. If you completed the mission Polite Society Valentine style at the start of Chapter 2, but needed to use the retry checkpoint feature, then Sadie, Jack, John, and Abigail will only appear in camp when they have missions for you to complete. Rockstar wrote in a QA blog post, not big post. We are aware of the issue, and we are currently working on a fix to be included in an upcoming title update. While Rockstar works on a solution for the bug, the developer advises all players who have yet to complete the Polite Society Valentine-style mission to do so without retrying from a checkpoint. If you fail the mission, make sure you immediately abandon it and restart it, or load an earlier save. These are currently the only ways to avoid encountering the glitch. If you've already encountered the bug, you'll have to keep playing Red Dead Redemption 2 until Chapter 4 to see Sadie, Jack, John, and Abigail in the camp again. You will miss the 4 characters' unique conversations unless you reload a previous save from before Polite Society Valentine style to avoid the glitch. So, if you're just like wandering around your camp, you're like, where the fuck is half my team,
Sadie, Jack, John, and Jasper.
Yeah.
Just made up that last song. I don't know the other.
So, don't fail that mission, guys.
Yeah.
I must not have failed it because my game's fine. I don't know. So
get good. Streaming is poised to become a bigger piece of the pie in the years ahead. Bethesda, the publisher of huge franchises like The Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Doom, Rage, and many others, is preparing itself for a future where streaming is even more popular than it is now. Quote, absolutely it is going to be viable, Bethesda marketing boss Pete Hines told GameSpot recently. Bethesda's numerous studios are already looking into how they can get ready for an industry that places more of an emphasis on streaming. Without any pressing on my part, or this is the guy who's writing the reviews, or not review, but article, Hines referenced, quote, next-gen consoles as it relates to streaming, which is intriguing given that one of rumors circling now is that one of the new Xbox consoles Microsoft is working on will be a streaming box. Quote, it's absolutely something all of our studios have been involved in and looked at and thought about as we talk about what we do going forward, Hines said. Whether it's where next-gen consoles are going or what streaming is going to be like or whatever. So yeah, it's something that is on everybody's radar and they think about as yet another platform, essentially. So cool.
Yeah. I mean, you'd be a fool not to be thinking about it at least. You know what I mean? Considering it.
Yeah, true.
And in Bethesda obviously is considering it because you look at Game Pass, they're moving towards streaming. According to one of the articles we did like a week or two ago, they're going to have like a streaming thing going on pretty soon.
And that Google Stream shit.
Google Stream.
Apparently it was like, it worked perfectly.
But you look at the PlayStation Now, you look at Xbox, one of the main contributors to both services is Bethesda. PlayStation Now has like 8 or 9 really big Bethesda titles. Game Pass has quite a few good ones too, I think. So, Bethesda's doing it with the streaming thing.
And they're doing it big.
Let's see. Humble Bundle may be known for selling PC games, but it's currently offering a bundle of digital PS4 titles for next to nothing. It's the THQ Nordic PlayStation bundle, and it comes in 3 tiers that'll get you a nice pile of games for between $1 and $15. Seeing as buying the games normally would run you $269, it's a killer bargain, even if you're only interested in a few of the games. The bundle goes away November 13th, so if you want to get the deal, make sure to buy before then. If you buy at the $1 level, you'll get 2 games. The first is Locke's Quest, a strategy game that has you build a fortress, blah, blah, blah. The other is a platformer Gianna Sisters Twisted Dream Director's Cut. Paying
Whack.
more than the average amount, $10 at the time of the writing, and you'll get unlocked. That doesn't make any sense. You'll get unlocked the second tier of titles. That's what it says. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You'll unlock the second tier of titles. This includes strategy adventure game This Is the Police, an RPG called The Dwarves, the 2002 first-person shooter Red Faction 2. Also in Tier 2 is the adventure game Black Mirror, no relation to the TV show, and Destroy
Whack.
All Humans 2, a game that
Nice.
originally launched on PS2. Yeah, that's a dope-ass game. And has you do as the title suggests. Finally, if you drop $15 on the bundle, you'll get 4 additional titles. There is the hack and slasher Titan Quest and the Zelda-like game Darksiders War Mastered Edition. That's nothing like Zelda.
A lot of people compare those games.
Darksiders is like God of War. It's like a God of War clone, like exactly to the T. Like it's like God of War with like a whole nother skin on it. I mean, it seriously is just like God of War. I'm sorry.
I don't know why people compare it.
It's stupid to compare it to Zelda. I mean, like, I don't know.
Maybe there's something to it that you're missing.
Maybe I'm missing something there, but I would say it's a God of War clone. Anyways, it's a good game regardless. You also get Battle Chasers, Night War, and Shine Mora EX. So it says most of the games in the top tier got like between an 8 and an 8.5. So yeah,
Nice.
pretty good bundle for $15. You get a bunch of games. So
Yeah.
check
Nice.
it out. Check it out.
Hearthstone. Heroes of Warcraft has passed a massive new player milestone. The free-to-play collectible card game featuring characters from the Warcraft universe has now reached an astonishing 100 million players. To mark the 100 million player achievement, Blizzard is giving away card packs. Everyone who simply logs in from November 8th through the 11th will get 6 free packs from the newest expansion, the Boomsday Project. What's more, you can take on the new Celebrate the Players quest to earn up to 500 gold. Yeah, there you go.
I like that. Rockstar's massive open world Western has arrived on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, but it's PS4 owners who can make out like a bandit, whether they've bought the game or not. You can now download a free Red Dead Redemption 2 item from the PlayStation Store. It's the Red Dead Redemption 2 dynamic theme, and it decks out your PS4's dashboard with Red Dead Redemption 2 music and moving images. You can add the theme to your account by clicking the link. Oh, wait. Just kidding. Or by searching for it in the PlayStation Store on your PlayStation 4. That rhymes. Haha. Once you've
On the
downloaded
PlayStation door.
with the PlayStation whore. Ding. Once you've downloaded it to the console, go to the you know how to put your settings on, guys. You know how to do themes.
Yeah, just do the shit.
Just download the shit. It's there. You know.
All right.
What else you got?
keep going. I'm done with the
All
news.
right, I'm gonna keep going.
Fuck the news.
I know I said I was done with the Fortnite stuff earlier, but there's actually something that
God damn it.
it's really cool. It was really cool.
Is it cool, dude? Is it cool?
It's cool. It's
All
cool.
right, tell me how
So,
cool
like,
it is.
It's a random event. Something like every now and then they'll have random events in Fortnite. But the other day, like a bunch of people dropped in at this certain time of day that I wasn't there for. And this cube that's been floating around the map for the past few months, like, exploded and sucked everybody into this, like, Matrix-style void. And everybody was, like, floating around the void. And fucking this, like, butterfly of light, like, flies out. And, like, you, like, touch fingers with it and get sucked into, like, an alternate reality. I don't know. It was really crazy to watch. I watched it on YouTube, but...
And this happened during, like, a live match?
Yeah. People were just playing the game, and suddenly they're just getting sucked into Matrix world.
And then what
touching
happened?
Trippy butterflies and shit. I don't know. You got to watch it. Just look up crazy cube thing. I don't know, on YouTube.
Did it change the game though?
Yeah, a little bit. It made the cube stuff go away and all the like monsters and shit that were walking around the map for the past month or two.
Okay, all right, Nate.
It would be cool if you cared.
I see. I think that's the part where I just don't get it. You know, the care part. No, nah. It's a fun game.
Yeah. Let's see. Toby Fox, the indie developer behind the hit Undertale, has released a special treat for Halloween. His latest game, Deltarune, has released for free through its official site. You can download it now for PC or Mac. Fox began teasing the game yesterday, saying, quote, "For those who completed Undertale, it's really important that you check the Undertale Twitter account 24 hours from now. I want to make something new, and it all begins with your feedback." That teaser could imply a direct connection between Undertale and Deltarune, or possibly just a hunch that anyone interested in Fox's work would also like to check out whatever else he has up his sleeve. Notably, Deltarune is an anagram of Undertale. Undertale is chock full of secrets and mysteries, some of which remain unexplained. The fan community pores over details and clues looking to unlock its mysteries, and the latest game may help fill in some of the gaps. It appears to be more of a proof of concept than a full finished game, which Fox suggested with his comment about feedback. I saw a different article saying that this game is years from being finished also, so
Weird.
I wouldn't expect the game to be done anytime soon, but if you want to check out Chapter 1, which is about 3 hours of gameplay, you can get it for free on the online.
So. Cool. Well,
and it's pretty well received so far. Everybody seems to like it, so.
Is it more Undertale, basically?
Kind of. It's still like kind of an old school style, but he did it like more modern, but less. I don't know. You just gotta check it out. It's more of like an SNES, like Earthbound type look to it now. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, okay.
It's got like color to it a little bit. But he was saying that he needs like a team to like finish it. He said he's gonna have to he can't just do this one by himself. He's gonna need a team.
I feel like that won't be hard for him.
Yeah, not at all.
I'm sure him saying that got him like 9 million emails from people being like, "I will do it.
I'm here.
You can have my family." No, but so let's jump on over to this week's releases. That's all the news, right?
Yeah, that's
all
it.
we got.
That's all the news.
So we're gonna tell you what games you can get in the next 7 days. What new games? What brand? New games. Starting with Steel Rats. Xbox One, PS4, PC. It's coming November 7th. Couldn't find a price for it, but strapping on your spiked shoulder pads for all-out motorbike action. Oh, wait, why is it strapping on instead of... I don't think tense was
People
used
don't proofread anymore, dude.
I mean, I don't know if we're any better, but...
We don't have to proofread our, words, you know?
That's true.
We just talk.
Yeah. Well, we I feel like sometimes we leave in the part of the article where it's like they wrote it, you know, so it's like, so click on the link or do this. And I feel like one day whenever we're like a huge podcast and we have the Queen on for an interview and we'll have some person behind us that wears I imagine just a bow tie and they'll bring us all the research. You know?
Yes.
And it'll be,
yes.
I
like that.
Just like that.
In just a bow tie.
In just a bow tie. It could be man, could be woman, could trade out
both,
every
actually.
week.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. We don't discriminate.
It could. But yeah, that's the future of GameSpeak. So keep supporting us over on Patreon. Anyways, strap on your spiked shoulder pads for all-out motorbike action. Steel Rats is a 2.5D action arcade game that fuses destructive octane-fueled motorbike combat and death-defying stunt gameplay set in a visually stylized retro future world. Then we got Townsmen coming to Switch on November 9th for $19.99. Develop your tiny village to a grand medieval empire with a thriving economy and happy villagers. Find spots for mining ore. Harvest the crops of your farms and collect coins as taxes from your folk. Build jousting fields, taverns, marketplaces, and beautify your city with impressive statues, magnificent monuments, and lush gardens. But there are also dangers lurking close by. Bandits are in the area looking to plunder and pillage your peaceful town. So many P's. Build barracks, guard towers, and recruit brave soldiers to protect your citizens from harm. And anyways, we got Tetris Effect coming to PS4 on November 9th for $39.99. From Tetsuya Michiguchi and the creative team behind Res Infinite and Luminous, Tetris Effect is an evocative spin on the classic puzzler with 30-plus stages that take players on a wondrous, emotional journey through the universe, from deep beneath the ocean to the furthest reaches of outer space and everywhere in between. Named after the real-world phenomenon where players' brains are so engrossed that images of the iconic falling tetramino blocks, i.e. the Tetris playing pieces, linger in their vision, thoughts, and even dreams. Tetris Effect amplifies this magical feeling of total immersion by completely consuming your mind. No, I'm just kidding. By surrounding you with fantastic, fully three-dimensional worlds that react and evolve based on how you play. Music, background, sound, special effects, everything down to the Tetris pieces themselves pulse, dance, shimmer, and explode in perfect sync with how you're playing. The core of the game is still Tetris, one of the most popular puzzle games of all time, but like you've never seen it, or heard it, or felt it before. 1111 Memories Retold is coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC on November 9th for $29.99. Created in collaboration with the world-famous Aardman Animation Studios, 1111 Memories Retold is a narrative adventure presented within a breathtaking, painterly art style that delivers a grippingly emotional story experience through the lens of World War I. Then we got Project High Rise Architects Edition coming to PS4, Switch, Xbox One on November 13th for $39.99. Your job as the architect and developer is to build world-famous skyscrapers that will be the envy of the entire city. Masterpieces of art and engineering. But a skyscraper is more than just steel and glass. It's an intricate ecosystem full of people that live and work in the building. They become a complex machine that needs your steady hand to keep it running smoothly and efficiently. As well as bringing all the content from the original Project High Rise base game, the Architects Edition also packs in the Las Vegas DLC, as well as the content packs Miami Malls, Tokyo Towers, London Life, and the brand new Brilliant Berlin, and one definitive edition. Now, we got Leisure Suit Larry, Wet Dreams Don't Dry.
There's another Leisure Suit Larry coming out?
Yeah, dude. Well, it's only coming to PC, though.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Leisure Suit Larry, Wet Dreams Don't Dry. It's coming to PC on November 7th for $29.99.
Wow.
Hey, ladies, I'm back in business. My new adventure, Leisure Suit Larry. Wet dreams don't dry. How does Leisure Suit Larry actually talk? Does he have a voice?
It's like a nerdy,
I just wanted to say it in like the sexiest voice possible. Okay, like a nerdy voice.
I don't know. I'd have to look it up again. I can't remember. It's either like a nerdy or like a greasy like Boston but it's high pitched.
I'm just gonna use a robot voice. Hey, ladies. I'm back in business. My new adventure, Leisure Suit Larry, Wet Dreams Don't Dry, takes me, whatever the route or twist of thought, from the end of the 80s directly to 21st century, and wow, how the world has changed. While my view of the world and women from way back in the 1980s collides with modern reality harder than the breasts of a lusciously stacked blonde jogging along a beach, I'm all set to date my way across the modern world in a point-and-click adventure I'd call typical for the genre we mutually experience. How I fall head over heels in love with Faith, the hot two-trot assistant to the boss at Prune. I can't do it any longer. But there's basically, it's back. It's back.
You get it. And it's not like the 3D one. It's like back to the classic, it sounds like.
The point
and click.
It's like, since even dating is done digitally nowadays, the first thing I have to do is to work on my score at Timber, the totally hip, can't get anywhere without it dating app where I date women, satisfy their needs, and accordingly pick up points for my Timber profile.
Oh my God.
And whenever I get a chance in between, always briefly check out a few new bikini pics at Instacrap. I don't know if this is trying too hard or if it's just like
they all try too hard. That's like the whole point of the game. It's like definitely.
But bringing it to the future, bringing it to modern days, trying too hard. I feel like
I will have to see. It's probably terrible.
Got to check out my Timber
I really
profile.
would love to play this, just
to see what it is.
Just to see what it's like.
So, Spyro Reignited Trilogy is
What?
coming, on November 13th for $39.99
Nice.
to Xbox One and PS4.
I love this time of year.
It's always a good time of year, man.
Isn't it?
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
God, I'm going to be so broke.
We got SNK or Sonic
40th.
40th. No, just kidding. SNK 40th Anniversary Collection coming to Switch on November 13th for $39.99. 2018 marks the 40th anniversary of legendary studio SNK. To celebrate this extraordinary milestone, a variety of classic arcade games from SNK's golden age come back together in one anthology. The SNK 40th Anniversary Collection includes classic titles such as Alpha Mission, Athena Crystallis, Ikari Warriors, Ikari Warriors 2, Victory Road, Ikari Warriors 3, The Rescue, Guerrilla War, POW, Prehistoric Isle, Psycho Soldier, Street Smart, TNK 3, and Vanguard.
Cool.
Oi. Then we got Rage in Peace. Coming to Switch on November 8th for $12.99. In the story-driven action adventure game Rage in Peace, unravel the last day of Timmy's life as he races against the time to get back home and fulfill his sole dream of dying peacefully in his pajamas, in the warmth of home, in peace, and with no drama.
That's so sad. What the fuck?
Sadly for him, he will be murdered in a horrific and painful ways
What?
many times
No,
over unless you
Timmy.
help him get through terrible dangers and malicious attacks standing in his way of a peaceful eternal rest.
God.
Learn from your mistakes and push forward as the universe works against you. Explore the colorful imaginative world and creatures hand-drawn with cartoon style that gives colors to Timmy's adventure.
That doesn't sound like a very colorful adventure.
No, it sounds very
That
dark.
sounds dark as hell.
Rage in Peace. He's just trying to get that eternal rest, bro.
Bro, what the fuck?
I don't know. It's sad.
That is sad. Why is he trying so hard to die?
I think he's already dead, though. I think maybe he's like a...
It's like Pinstripe. Did they just steal it from our boy?
I don't know. No, he just wants to die. And maybe he's got like cancer or something.
Maybe.
Because he's racing home to die where he wants to die.
Maybe, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And then we got Overkill's The Walking Dead coming to Xbox One, PS4, and PC on November 6th for $59.99. Yep. Produced by Starbreeze and developed by Overkill, this chapter in the Walking Dead saga features a cooperative first-person action-based survival experience. The game, which is unrelated to the TV series and instead is a new storyline strain based on the comics, explores new characters and story events and offers elements of action, role-playing, survival horror, and stealth all in one harrowing experience where survivors fend for themselves in a post-apocalyptic world dominated by flesh-eating walkers.
I like that it's co-op. Might be fun.
Yeah, sounds hot. Maybe. And then we got Hitman 2 coming to PS4, Xbox One, PC November 13th for $59.99. It's the most wonderful time.
Dude, yes. This is the week that keeps on giving.
Or taking your money.
I
Unravel the
love
past.
Hitman, man. Oh, I'm so excited.
Actually, I'm not going to read the Hitman 2 one.
Yeah, we get it.
Knows.
We know.
And then this is probably the game I'm most excited about. Like, I'm so fucking hyped, dude.
What you got? What you got? What you got?
My Riding Stables, Life with Horses, coming to Switch
yeah,
on November 13th for $29.99. In My Riding Stables, Life with Horses, make your dream come true on the stud farm near the old mill. Renovate your own riding school, look after your horses, and tend the cute little fowls. Or foals. It's fowls, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's spelt foals. It throws me off. As well as wonderful rides, working in the stables and caring for the horses, you'll have plenty of other exciting things to do. Breed cute little fowls. Over 100 possible combinations. Train them on the lunge and then sell them to horse lovers. Pamper your horses with curry combs, massages, showers, and by cleaning their hooves. Demonstrate your riding skills on challenging cross-country rides. They break a leg, shoot them in the face. No, gallop at full speed and handle the fabulous jumps on 9 riding courses and in the open.
Or you could just buy Red Dead.
Yeah, I was about to say this sounds
that.
like Red Dead. Take part in exciting horse races through stunning countryside. Red Dead.
For real.
But yeah, so that's it. That's all the games that are coming out.
I thought New Vegas or fucking 76 was coming out.
We announced that last week.
Did we?
Yeah, that came out like a day ago or today.
No, it doesn't. It comes out on the 13th, I think.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. I'm almost positive.
Hold on, we're about to look this up.
Or the 11th.
I know we talked about it last time because I looked. It was there before I deleted everything.
Well, regardless, it's coming. It's almost
It is
out.
coming. I'm about to check right now the date. It comes November 14th. I wonder why I talked about it last week. Or why I had it written down on last week's.
I don't know.
Look, man, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is why we need bow tie person.
Yeah, exactly.
Bow tie person was here. We wouldn't have this
Bow tie
problem.
person would never let that happen.
That's going to be the name. Bow tie person.
If we had a bow tie person, we could blame them when things like this happen, too. We'd be like,
Yeah.
bow tie person, get in your cage.
It lives in a cage?
Yes. I like this little guy. He's just...
Little Poochie. Lil Poochie. Anyways,
Lil Poochie.
Lil Poochie. So let's jump on over to currently playing. What are you currently playing, Brent Bass?
What am I currently playing? Oh, jeez. Well, as you guys know, I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I've come to realize that at our last episode, I was about halfway through Red Dead Redemption 2.
Damn.
I've beaten what I guess you would consider the main game.
Don't spoil nothing.
I'm not spoiling anything.
Dude, stop spoiling it.
All I'm just saying is that, like, there's still a lot of stuff for me to do, like side quests. I'm still having a lot of fun with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's, no shortage of shit to do once you're done with the game. You know what I mean? But
Cool.
I think it's hard. I'll be hard pressed to be done with the game anytime soon because, like, I feel like by the time I'm done with, like, the single player mode of it and I've milked it for all it's worth, online is going to come out and I'm going to be into that. You know what I mean? So it's a really, really excellent game. It's so fucking good.
Have the controls felt better over time?
Yeah, I've gotten a little more used to the controls. They're still really wonky sometimes. Like, sometimes you get, like, your horse gets, like, confused and, like, stuck behind a tree or something. Or I like, run into trees a lot. I don't know.
Horses are dumb.
The story is really good. I'll tell you that. The character building is excellent. Fucking, it's just a good game, Just a real good game.
That's what I like to hear.
And then let's see what else I've been playing. I'm always playing that UFC 3 game, but I realized that there's this feature in it that I thought was kind of cool that I'd tell you guys about that I've been using this week. You can actually, like, find fights that are coming up, like real fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they have a little page where they have all the fights that are about to happen in the next, like, month. And you can pick the fights, and then you can, like, first of all, you can play the fights if you want, like, play them and, like, see how they would turn out,
Yeah.
But also you can bet on the fights, and if you get, like, if your bet turns out to be, like, the right round and, like, the way of the finish or whatever, you can win, like, in-game currency. So it's kind of fun.
Oh, nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I've been betting on all these fights. It's a lot of fun.
How old is that game?
Not very old.
Oh, okay.
Like a year or two, I think.
Oh, that's probably why. I thought that game was older than it.
No, they've put out 3 UFC games since the start of this cycle of consoles. So
it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. And then I got a chance to play Tetris Effect, which
How was it?
Pretty cool. It was pretty cool. The first level, I don't know, I have a little bit of mixed feelings about it because the first level I played, you're in this, like, room and there's, like, jellyfish and water, and, like, as the Tetris blocks drop, like, when you rotate them, they make, like, sounds, like rhythmic musical sounds, and, like,
Is this in VR?
This is in VR, yes.
Why didn't they mention that in the fucking write-up?
I don't know,
weird.
but it's very important to be mentioned because it's imperative that you play this in VR. But, like, the blocks drop or whatever, and as you start stacking up, every time you get a line, like, more music starts coming in. You know what I mean? And, like, little beats start happening, and, like, once you start getting in a rhythm, like, I don't know, like, the music starts getting loud and strong, and you just, like, I don't know. And then when you
then the drugs kick in.
It's a good game for that, I think. You know what I mean? But I don't know, like, the first level I played, it was like jellyfish everywhere, and it was beautiful. And, like, this song starts playing, and it was one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard in my whole life.
Oh, wow.
Get down with the sickness.
It's the most beautiful song.
Seriously, I can't even, like, I can't even, like,
I know what you mean.
describe it, but it was like I was almost in tears how beautiful this
Oh
song
my
was.
God.
And fucking the way it like moved me and like the blocks fell, and I really like Tetris, so I was having fun with it. But then I got to the next level and it starts out the same way, like the song starts building and it's not really much of a song, and then it starts like building and like snowballing into a song as you play. And the next song is like this fucking like off-brand Limp Bizkit song. I don't know. It was really bad.
It was basically what I was joking about.
Yeah, exactly. It was so bad that I was like, I kind of like looked out of the headset. It was like embarrassing that like that music was playing. But like the first song was beautiful, and I only got to play like 3 levels. The third, level I played was kind of like take it or leave it. It had like a trance techno song playing. It was kind of cool. But, like, I don't know, like, I think what the real enjoyment of this game is the music, you know? It's not the Tetris, it's not the beautiful effects, which are pretty nice looking, but it's the way that the music interacts with the Tetris pieces falling. You know what I mean?
And Limp Bizkit had to do it.
So, some levels you're going to enjoy a lot more than others, you know? If you like music, you know?
That makes me want to hear that first one, because, like, I just, like... I could already feel it. I can already hear it.
It is so beautiful. I have to pull it up for you after the show.
Definitely.
It's one of those songs that are like, oh my God, I don't know. And like, just, you have to be like in this black room, and like with the music starts coming, it's like there's just like pulses of blue light and shit flying past you, and like, I don't know, like jellyfish floating past and like grazing your face with their little tentacles as they fly by. I don't know.
That's so dope. That's super dope. Anyways, is that all you've been playing? What else you've been playing?
Yeah, no, that's it. That's what I've been, mostly Red Dead, a little bit of Tetris.
Okay, so I'm now 2 bosses in to Resident Evil 0 HD.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
2 bosses in.
2 bosses in. I just got done with Centurion, the centipede dude.
Oh, shit.
Now...
You're getting in there, bro.
I'm getting in there. I want to beat it because...
How are you liking it so far?
I don't like it as much as the original Resident Evil. I like it, though. It's not a bad game.
No,
It looks better. It sounds better. It plays better. It's like a little bit quicker, but the problem to me is that it's not as scary. I don't know.
That's true. I can see that.
Yeah, like
it has its moments, though. I feel like
so far it's had some moments, but like but nothing like the first one. And I think the difference is the art. And like I don't know, something about the art is a lot different. Like it's almost the same, but it's more of like that. Like you could tell it came out on GameCube. Like it's just not as scary or as terrifying as like that like old decrepit like video game look, but like the retro look on like 3D, you know?
Yeah.
But and also the fact that you play as 2 characters the entire time, like literally, like the entire game is just puzzles,
swapping between the 2. A lot of the dynamic of the puzzles is
the game
swapping between the 2. You know what I mean? Like like that part where you get like locked upstairs and you get separated and you're like sending each other stuff through the dumb waiter.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's like right at the beginning when you're on the train. Yeah, and so like they progressively get more and more like that. So that's kind of my, like, whenever you fight, I'm pretty sure that's what the centipede's name is, Centurion or whatever.
That sounds right to me.
But so like literally Rebecca gets picked up by the centipede, and you no longer have access to her menu and like whatever items she had. So if you gave her all the good shit, you just don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
And so you have to play as Billy, and like there's like, you know, an option, you can run down and grab the grenade launcher and shoot at the centipede whenever it, you know, shows its belly or whatever, but he's holding Rebecca there, so like you might accidentally hit her and kill her, and then all this stuff. It's very focused on the dual dynamic, or it's like the dual character dynamic.
It'd be a cool game to remake as a co-op game.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
I'm surprised they didn't. They didn't do it then.
I feel like all you'd have to do is tweak a few things about it, and you could make it work. You know what I mean?
You know what it is? You know what this game is? It's what was that dude that he was like super crazy at the E3 award, or no, the video game awards.
Fucking.
What is that game called?
Brothers, or no, it's the same guy who made Brothers. A Way Out.
A Way Out. It's A Way Out on the GameCube.
That would be sick, dude. A Way Out, like evil style.
Oh yeah, dude. Give me the Resident Evil.
Fuck. Actually, they kind of have that. Like all the later Resident Evil games are like
Revelations and stuff.
Revelations and freaking 5 and 6.
5 and 6 weren't scary though. 5 and 6
they really
were just
weren't.
straight action.
They really weren't scary, but they were multiplayer.
They were
all
multiplayer,
the way through,
but
which is pretty cool.
I think Revelations 2 is the first one that gives you that like the same thing as Resident Evil 0 though, where it's like kind of like puzzle based. You work together. Yeah. But anyways, there's a lot more puzzle than there is horror though going on in this game. Though it's still somewhat scary. I just want to finish it for the story because it's the prequel to the first one.
Totally.
And then whenever 2 drops, I want to be able to jump straight into 2.
Oh man, that's gonna be dope.
It is. Anyways, so we're gonna jump on over to the topic of the show, guys. It's best video game cheat codes.
Bleep blorp bloop.
Wow.
We got the cheats for you today, guys. I know you guys want to hack into the mainframe, get some of your favorite classic games and unlock some wild characters or something.
Maybe do a little modulin, you know what I'm saying?
Most of these are actual codes or cheats that you could enter and unlock, cool stuff, fun stuff, things we thought were interesting.
More fun. Yeah, I mean, mine was all based on just ones that I liked growing up.
Yeah, this is all just...
Because if you've noticed, cheat codes aren't as relevant or prevalent as they used to be.
No, not at all. It's kind of weird, actually.
Yeah, you would think, like, now it's like if you get cheat codes, they're typically like DLC or like some type of like something you pay for,
Yeah.
It's very strange. You used to just be able to press a combination of buttons and you could get some weird ass shit going on in your game.
I wonder why they stopped doing that for most games.
I feel like kids just don't have the patience for it anymore. They just want to give you the money and get the fucking thing. They're like, I don't want to press buttons.
Maybe the developers feel like it isn't worth putting the effort in if people don't have to like find it and they can just go on the internet in like 13 seconds.
Cheat Planet was back there. I guess because you can.
Yeah, but you had to work
now.
for it. You had to like bring it up with the dial up for like 15 minutes and then write it all down.
Like constantly.
But yeah, without further ado, some of the best cheat codes in our opinion.
Yeah.
You want to kick it off?
Yeah, I'll kick it off. We got Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3.
Oh yeah, that's honestly that's the one I put too. Out of all the Tony Hawk Pro Skaters, I think 3 had the coolest cheat codes. And
yeah. And I would always just go for backdoor. You type in backdoor, it unlocks an entire list of all the cheats. And now the best ones to put on are obviously infinite stats. No, infinite grind, and then like unlimited
low gravity
stats
was
and
always
low gravity.
It was a mandatory.
Oh,
also, you got to do Yo Homies, which is the one
all the characters.
All the characters. There's so many great characters in that game that are hidden behind like cheats or unlockables. Like they had Darth Maul, fucking
like a Wolverine,
yeah,
dude. Oh my
Kelly
God.
Slater, dude. Fucking Ollie the Magic Bum. There were so many great characters, dude.
That was whenever I was like, dude, this is next gen. Like on my GameCube. Actually, that was the first game, or one of the first games I got on my GameCube. I remember I got it for some fucking reason, but I loved it, dude. I played so much Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. I put way more hours into that game than should ever be put into that game.
Yeah, same. It was a good game.
Anyways.
Okay, well, you gotta talk about, I mean, like, the king of cheat codes is always going to be Grand Theft Auto, I feel
Of course.
like,
Yeah.
And the king of cheat codes from Grand Theft Auto, well, actually, that'd probably be the tank, but
there's like 3.
Flying cars and the tank are the most important, I feel like.
No, the weapons cheats.
Well, yeah,
memorizing which one.
I could tell you the weapons cheat off my head. That's how good it is, or not how good, but how important it was to have it memorized. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's R1, R2, L1, R2, left down, right up, left down, right up, or you could do
left down, right up, left down, down, down. Wasn't it?
Down, down, down was one, and then there was also down, down, left.
Yeah.
So you could switch the last like few buttons up, and you could get a different set of weapons depending on how you did it.
It'd be like one with like a baseball bat and some stuff, and then one with like a katana.
Dude, that was like, to me, everybody talks about like the Contra code, Konami's code that they use for everything.
I was too young for that.
That was the code that I remember. That was my Contra code right there. That left down, right up, left down, right up. You know what I mean?
Definitely. You're talking about the Konami code, not Contra code.
Yeah. It was in Contra. I'm sorry.
Konami code, it's cool and all, but I just wasn't there for it.
Yeah.
I wasn't around that time.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Same.
Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Egg 911 is what you type your name in.
Oh, yeah.
I forget.
Pogo the chicken.
Pojo the chicken.
Pojo the chicken, yeah.
Pojo the chicken.
Pojo the chicken. But, also, the invulnerability cheat was wonderful to know, because if you're playing the arcade version, you could just play, pay one time, hit that invulnerability cheat, and just play for hours,
Definitely. It's good for the arcade, and if you just want to like play through the game really quick and see it all, because that game is hard as nuts, dude.
It really is.
Hard as I'm talking like just rubber nuts. Prosthetic
Are
nuts,
those hard?
I imagine a prosthetic nut is harder than an actual nut. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I've thought about getting a prosthetic nut. Sorry, we're getting deep here, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Brent has one nut.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've talked about that on the show before, but...
Well, there you go, world.
But
it's
so why
there.
a prosthetic nut? What does that help with?
Well, that's why I didn't get it. I just don't see what the purpose would be. I mean,
what if you got it and your whole life changed? Like...
I just
you stand up straighter, like for some
everybody
reason.
just respects me more, like
your voice.
Look at that guy, he's got two nuts.
Your voice like completely changes.
Hey, welcome to GameSpeak.
Anyways,
Gauntlet had some great ones, and there was a lot of other good ones. Like you could be like a football player and like a ninja. They had all kinds of fun little cheats for Gauntlet.
Oh yeah.
And I think wasn't Gauntlet made by Midway Games?
I think so. I believe so.
Midway also did NFL Blitz.
Oh, of course.
And
dude,
NFL Blitz had the cheats, bro. They were kind of hard to do because you had to like enter them right as the match was starting.
Yeah, it was timed.
It was timed, and but there was some cool ones. If you could manage to do it, you could turn into like Raiden and stuff, and like fucking you could control the weather and all kinds of fun stuff like that, like big head mode.
Yeah, and like that same cheat system is used in Mortal Kombat,
yes,
or in the old
it
Mortal
is.
Kombat
It's also
stuff.
used in most of their other games, like I think
Slugfest,
and that basketball one. What's the NBA Jam?
That's not Midway. That was Acclaim.
Huh? No, that's Midway, man, isn't it?
Nah, NBA Jam was Acclaim, dude. I'm almost positive.
Are you sure? Because it's just like Slugfest and Blitz.
Nah, hold on. We're checking this right now. I almost typed Space Jam.
They had an NBA one at least. Maybe it was NBA Street.
NBA Jam, Acclaim Entertainment.
Well, hang on. Look up Midway NBA game, because I know that they got one.
Hold on, wait a second. And it's saying Midway.
Oh, maybe they work together.
Or maybe it was just a different version of the game.
Yeah, they had an arcade version too. Either way,
When did you play it? It says, oh wow, initially developed as arcade games by Midway. That's crazy.
Huh.
You're fucking right, dude.
There you go.
But it also was Acclaim when it went to Super Nintendo. And that's where I had it. I had it on Super Nintendo.
I know that they did the same thing with the Gauntlet series. Like, when they ported it to consoles, like Midway did the arcade version, and then they ported it to consoles. And N64 and the PS1 version were, like, totally different because they had different, like, teams working on them. Like, and I think in the PS1 version, you couldn't even do 4-player or something. Like,
what the fuck?
Yeah,
that would piss me the fuck off. What's even the point?
Well, it was 2-player, but like,
What's even the point?
Yeah.
Anyways, what you got?
Let's see.
Oh no, you just did one.
Did I just do one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sims Free All.
Oh my god. The free all cheat, that's totally online, by the way. This is the original Xbox version of The Sims.
Yes, exactly. That's the one I went for because that's the one I had the most fun with.
Oh man, me too.
Yeah.
This spawns like a little gnome, and like you can get this like fucking money from him and shit. It was so weird.
Well, it makes everything in the game 0 simoleons.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And like the only limit was like there was a limit to how much shit you could put in your house still for some reason. Like
it's probably just space. I mean, it was the original Xbox,
it crashed the game. But I don't know. I had some decked out fucking hasses, dude. Man, hasses.
Oh yeah, dude. Smack that hash.
Smack that hash. Let's see. We've got. Sorry, where was I? Where was I? Speaking of Grand Theft Auto earlier, in GTA 5, there's a cheat. L1, L2, R1, R2, left, right, L1, L2, R1, R2, left, right. And you'll just, like, spawn in the air, and you'll just start free-falling, like...
Which is super dope.
It's really dope, especially because, like, if you manage to, like, hit the right thing or land the right way, you can still somehow survive it, you know what I mean? So it's kind of fun to, like, sit with your friends and just do it over and over again and, like, try to land in cool places or, like, survive the fall or, you know what I mean? I don't know.
They rock star with the cheats, man. They know.
They really do know.
And then we got Max Payne for unlimited bullet time.
Oh, that's a Rockstar game, too. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I remember putting on the unlimited bullet time just because it was like... I just wanted to beat the game, and I sucked at the game.
Plus,
you
can go straight Matrix in that game.
Exactly.
If you got unlimited bullet time.
You don't have to worry about shit.
It's kind of tight.
But the code for that, you got to pause the game and enter L1, L2, R1, R2, triangle, XX, triangle. That's on the PlayStation 2.
Well, I like that. Speaking of unlimited bullet time, fucking Enter the Matrix had some tight cheats.
Yeah, dude.
Do you remember the cheat that made that game multiplayer, though?
Yeah, but it made it like a weird
It was whack.
multiplayer.
It was like you both had to be on the same screen, I think.
You did. You couldn't leave the screen.
It was one of those. But it was still cool. It was like the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas multiplayer.
Yeah, exactly like
you know
that.
What I mean?
But it worked a little bit better just because,
just because of the linear levels and stuff, and like I don't know. I had a lot of fun doing it with my friends, and I thought it was kind of a cool thing to hide in the game. You know what I mean? It was like a functional Easter or cheat code. You know, it wasn't just like for fun or like, oh, I'm gonna cheat and beat the game. It was like, oh, this is like an actual like hidden game mode almost.
Yeah,
you know
it was really fucking cool. I mean, and back then you didn't get many co-op games like that. Like that's why Halo was so fucking cool. Was because you could just play it with your friend like all the way through.
Totally.
You know,
it's like a bonding experience when you're like playing with your friends. You know what I mean?
It was like being bad boys. You know,
yeah,
Will
dude.
Smith, Martin Lawrence.
Yes, dude.
That's what it was.
Honestly, I feel like people would really enjoy that A Way Out game. It's kind of got that same vibe if you like bro out with somebody while you're playing it. You know what I mean? Like
definitely.
Let's see. Was it your turn or my turn?
No, it's you. I think because you just you go ahead.
Okay, I got to talk about Red Dead Redemption 2's cheats. They're all like the basic cheats, like get drunk on demand or whatever. But the way that you find the cheats in in Red Dead Redemption 2 are really fun because like there's just shit like hidden, like they're written, like there's these phrases, right, that you type in and it gives you the cheat, but they're like written in like random places around the map. Like one of the cheats I saw online was like carved into some ice, you know what I mean, just in the middle of a frozen lake. Or I found one myself, and I didn't even realize it was a cheat until after I like was looking up cheats for this last night. And I was like, oh my god, that thing I saw written on the wall was a cheat. And it was like in this tunnel, just like a train tunnel. I was like riding my horse through this train tunnel, and like written on the wall is like this. It's like liberty or die or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Or like I see what I can't be seen or some shit like that. I can't remember. But it was weird, and I was like, that's weird to have written on the wall with no context or anything like that. And it's like, there's just cheat codes hidden around the world like that. All over the place.
That's Rockstar, man.
In newspapers and stuff, you know? So if you're clever and you're like, I don't know.
Figure it out.
You can figure it out. So that's why I'm not actually going to tell you guys any of the cheat codes, because it might be fun for you to go find it out yourself.
Like definitely. Anyways, one of the ones that I thought was extra hilarious as a child was Medal of Honor Frontline Men with Hats. It's a cheat code where you type in Haberdasher, which is Habrdashr, and whenever you play through the game, like basically all the NPC characters have like weird objects on their head, like just glitching through like the game. And so like there's like one level where you're like in this you just like parachute into this town, and there's like windmills everywhere, and like the Nazis, like you can see them before they actually like appear on the screen, like to be in front of you. Like they'll be like around a hill or something, and you'll just see this like weird windmill like sticking through the hill, like just going up and down, like super glitchy. It's so funny.
That's hilarious. Oh my god,
I used to love that shit. And you can put big head mode on, like
yeah.
with
you
it.
gotta have big head mode.
Oh yeah, dude.
It reminds me of like GoldenEye, where you can put the DK mode on.
It's made by the same people.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fucking GoldenEye had the paintball mode too, which was a dope ass cheat.
The first time seeing that was cool.
Let's see. What else we got? Do you remember the Naboo fighter from Star Wars Rogue Squadron?
Yes. Also, wait, Rogue Squadron, you could get the Millennium Falcon,
You could get the Millennium Falcon, and you could get this fucking Cadillac. It turned your Y-Wing into a Cadillac.
I remember that shit, dude. I remember that. And I also remember, what was the one that you had on the original Xbox? It wasn't Rogue Squadron.
Was it not Rogue Squadron?
It was like Naboo Fighter or something.
Yeah, it was Naboo Fighter.
That's the one, right?
Yeah, that was a dope game.
It was cool because it was the first one like that with like on the Xbox, so you got to see all the beautiful graphics and stuff.
Yeah, that's the one where you're like in space shooting the asteroids and shit, right?
Yeah. And you see that droid just like cooking a burger out on the...
yeah, that was a great
cool
little Easter egg.
Yeah. I count that as a code.
Right. Okay, if we're counting that as code, I got a fun one for you. In Call of Duty Ghosts, there's like this sign you can shoot, and you like, it's like a motel sign. If you shoot out the like letters in a specific order for like 10 minutes, all the aliens you kill will just like shoot like golden alien trophies out of their head, and like just like
what the fuck?
Like if you kill a bunch of them, there'll just be gold aliens everywhere on the ground. I don't know, it's so weird.
And this isn't what now?
This is Call of Duty Black Ops, or no, Call of Duty Ghost. It's like a game mode called Extinction, which is basically...
Oh yeah, I know what Extinction is.
Basically like zombies, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's awesome. It's funny. Anyways,
I thought that was kind of fun.
You can finish this out.
Or the Master Hand glitch. That's another like glitch that's not technically like a cheat code, but you know, you have to do like cheat codey type things to get it to work.
To control him.
Which was kind of cool. You have to like put the controller in the right port and like push buttons on it in a certain way. But then you'll spawn as Master Hand, and you can like
control him.
Fly around any level on Melee with Master Hand.
It's really cool.
Which is kind of cool.
I like that one.
Let's see what else we got. Spider-Man 2002. Again, this one isn't really a cheat code, but you can use cheat codes to accomplish this. You can use the cheat code to unlock all levels, and then go to the last level and just beat the level, and then you'll get the Green Goblin for beating the game.
Oh yeah, dude! That was awesome. So cool playing as the Green Goblin in that game.
Really was. And also, they had a cheat that lets you play as Shocker, which is pretty cool. You don't get any of his powers, but you know.
I was about to say, I don't remember that.
You're Shocker. And also, there's a cheat that lets you play in first-person mode in that game, which was kind of cool. Probably be a lot cooler in like today's standards, you know what I mean? But
I wonder what that looks like now. I want to go back and see that.
It's probably terrible, dude.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
But back in the day, it was awesome.
Definitely.
Let's see. What else we got? I think that might be it. Oh, wait, no. In Shovel Knight, I think if you do your name as X and butt, it'll turn it into butt mode, and it'll just replace a bunch of random words in the text with butt.
Yeah.
And so it'll just be like butt night, and I don't know. It's stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty
hilarious.
Funny.
Also, there's a cheat. Well, if you do all the bottles bonus challenges in Banjo-Kazooie, you can unlock this washing machine that you turn into, and you're just a washing machine. I don't know. It's really funny. But yeah, so there you go.
Nice.
Some fun cheats for you guys to go check out, try on your own time. You know, get your cheat on. You know,
yeah, guys, start cheating. That's just the way that you make it through life. I know.
Tell us some of your favorite cheats in the comments.
or in
this
Facebook
video.
group. Yeah. But anyways, so let's jump on over to the People's Champ. And this week, actually, I'm trying to remember who we chose as the People's Champ. Oh, never mind. Devin Mayer. Our boy Devin Mayer
What's
is
up,
the
Devin?
People's Champ. Sorry, I didn't remember. We had just chose you right before the episode. Anyways, his question. Not sure if this has been asked or not. Do you think Waluigi deserves a spot in Smash? You know,
I think he deserves a spot more than Piranha Plant, honestly.
I agree, but I think the thing is that they know this. They know this. And they're not just pretending that he's not going to be in the game, you know? Like, they assume that everybody understands that Waluigi's going to be in the fucking game, okay? He's going to be there. He's going to... I feel like he's going to be the last DLC character. It's just how Nintendo works, man.
Yeah.
This is how they do shit.
They gotta keep the hype alive. They can't just give you everything you want.
At least not at first.
Not all at once.
I mean, like, think about the Pokemon RPG we've been waiting on since we were probably 8, you know? The open world RPG game. They could have done it probably 7 years ago. But they've waited till now.
They've had the technology since, like, GameCube, I feel like.
Yeah, they could have easily done that shit. But they give you these little, like, oh, here's, like, Gale of whatever. You know what I'm talking... what was that one?
I can't even remember, but it was
bullshit.
Bullshit, yeah.
It's like catch shadow Pokemon. It's like or hear me out. We could catch real fucking Pokemon, and we could be, fucking all up in Pallet Town.
Yeah, dude.
But anyways, that didn't happen. But yeah, so I think he deserves a spot, and I think he's gonna be there. I think Nintendo's just playing the fucking the money card right now.
What do you think the first DLC character is gonna be?
First DLC character, Crash Bandicoot.
Really?
I'm just guessing.
I believe it.
Sure.
That's possible. I could see his moveset. I could see him being functional. I just don't see. I can't imagine that happening for some reason.
The 5 DLCs haven't been announced, right? They haven't shown. It's got to be Crash Bandicoot.
Got to be Crash. Okay.
Or Spyro. Like Spyro or Crash. One of the two is going to end up in the game.
Sick, but I feel like he's more of a PlayStation mascot.
He is, and so is Crash Bandicoot. But they just both got remasters on all consoles, except for Spyro didn't come to Switch, or at least it hasn't yet. It's coming to Xbox One and PS4. So I guess that wouldn't work.
It'd be cool if they announced him as the DLC character and the Switch version on the same day.
Maybe that's what's gonna happen.
Maybe they're waiting.
I would much rather play Spyro remaster on my Switch than anything else, honestly.
Yeah, I personally would much rather play the Spyro remaster than the Crash Bandicoot remaster. I was more of a Spyro guy as a kid, you know? I played a lot of Spyro. I didn't really play a lot of Crash.
I was both, but Spyro is way better, like, in my opinion. Crash is
I
cool
like the worlds of Spyro. You know?
Oh, yeah, dude.
You kind of got that same magic feeling like in Mario when you jump through the painting, like when you fly off through that little fucking portal and you like, I love that.
Dude, like there's this image I get in my head of one of the Spyro games where you're like in this like swampy area. I can't remember what it was, but I always get the same feeling when I think about it. You know, it's like this extreme nostalgia just for that one specific part of that game.
Same here.
So
there's
weird.
One specific part of that game where there's a character, I think it's in Ripto's Rage, a character called Hunter, and you like follow Hunter, and he's like jumping from platform to platform, and you get your first emerald in the game. I don't know why that sticks in my mind so much. I think it's like the shiny jewels. I was really into the shiny jewels.
Yeah, me too.
Like, the graphics on those were so sweet for back in the day. You know what I mean? Like
collectathons were amazing, dude.
Hell yeah,
I love them. Anyways, Devin Mayer's second question is: what's been your funniest glitch or encounter in R2 thus far? Brent.
R2D2.
I want to say that every time.
I know, me too. Oh man, you know, one of the funnier encounters. Oh, there's so many I can go off. But like one of the funnier, like just natural things that's happened to me was like I was sitting there having this really tense standoff with the law, right? And there's like these 3 guys chasing me on a horse, and I shot one of them, and I like kind of pull off around this corner and they can't see me, so I like get off my horse and like tell it to run, and I jump in this barn and I'm like hiding in this barn, and like one of them pulls up and he's like circling the barn and his horse, like he knows I'm in there. You know what I mean? This is all just naturally happening, by the way. This isn't like a mission or anything. Fucking, and the other guy, I see him in the distance and he's like hauling ass towards me, dude. And he's coming at me so fast. And I'm like sitting in the barn, like hiding behind a crate. And like the barn isn't tall enough for the horse and the guy to come in the barn. And he's like coming and he's running really fast. And he like hits his fucking forehead on like the roof of the barn and like gets knocked off his horse and just dies. I don't know why. It was so funny to me. I clipped it. I'll put it in the group later. It's really funny.
That's awesome.
But also, I don't know. There's lots of hilarious glitches. It's got like Skyrim syndrome where like shit'll just like fly off randomly. Like I've seen like carriages like just doing cartwheels down the road and shit. And like there was this one mission where you like find this guy on the beach and you like start looting him, because like every body you come across you just loot it because they have like $1 or something, and like, oh, that's handy. So I'm looting this guy's corpse naturally, and he like reaches up and like grabs me, and it's like, you know, it's supposed to be all cinematic, you know.
Yeah. But
like when I found his corpse, he was like floating like 3 feet in the air. So this whole like cutscene starts happening, and he's just like floating in the air, just like I don't know. It's really funny, but like most of the glitches are like hilarious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that one that I posted earlier where they're just like talking at the camp and like they all just like stand up and like lay it in the air and just start spinning like super fucking fast, and like they're still going on with the dialogue, and then they just start fucking like breakdancing. Basically, it's just too much, dude.
A lot of the funny stuff that happens is like wild animals coming up and fucking up like encounters you're supposed to have. Like, like a bear will just come out of nowhere and just like start chomping on some chick that's like trying to get you to like help her husband or some shit.
That's so awesome.
But no, it's fun. It's so much fun and funny.
Definitely. Anyways, thanks, Devin. Thanks for that awesome question. We're going to jump into the rest of the listener questions now, starting with Allison. Hey, Allison.
Hey.
Black Friday deals are starting to show up. Anything you've got your eye on?
I'll tell you what. Philip in our group has always got some kind of great deal he's spitting out. He would be a great person to ask about this if anybody's interested.
He's got a stilly of a dilly.
He's always got a stilly of a dilly, but from me to you, I'll give you the insider tip. Sam's Club is going to have pre-Black Friday deals where they're selling whole consoles for like $50, $60 off. So
that's fucking crazy.
Worth looking into right there.
Yeah, I don't have anything specific I'm looking at, but like I feel like I could use something because it's Black Friday, you know. Like I honestly, for some reason, I like to go clothes shopping on Black Friday. You know, I know it's not video game related, but she's kind of asking if we have anything that we specifically have our eyes on.
And are there good like Black Friday clothes deals? I always think about like electronics and stuff on Black Friday.
Oh, dude, there's amazing deals. One year I went to the mall and got this dope jacket. Have you ever played that game Prototype?
Yeah.
You know that jacket he wears?
Yeah.
I basically got like that same jacket, but from the Gap, dude. So it was like legit, you know. But anyways,
it's from the Gap.
Yeah, dude. Like I don't ever shop at the Gap, but whenever you got like,
so you know it's legit.
That's what I'm
from
saying,
the Gap.
Dude. It's like a $300 jacket. I got it for like $150 off. I was like,
wow,
it was fucking insane.
That's a steal.
And I wasted my money on that shit. But that jacket lasted me for years, and I felt like the guy from Prototype.
Dude,
so
I actually just got like the sweetest jacket ever, but like the weather hasn't gotten cold yet. It's like November. What is it today? Like the 5th or the 6th?
Yeah, it's the 6th.
It's the 6th, and it's still hot as dick outside. It was like 85 degrees earlier today.
And it was so cool like 3 days or 2 days ago, but it's supposed to get cold again this weekend.
It needs to go on ahead and get like subarctic in this bitch, because I'm trying to wear this jacket, man. I got like parkas and jackets and long sleeve shirts, and it's like I'm ready for it, but it's not ready for me.
Sub-zero.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I definitely want that. You're not alone in that. I just want to be able to throw a hoodie on Or like, whenever it gets really cold, throw on my nice, stylized jacket.
Yeah.
That's what I like to call them.
Yeah, everybody's like, I love the warm weather. It's like, no, fuck y'all. I'm trying to wear my fresh ass jacket.
Dude,
you know what I
yes.
mean?
And I like wearing jeans, and I fucking hate wearing jeans in the summer in Texas. Like, I only wear shorts unless it's
I wear
winter.
jeans all the time.
I can't
I love
do it,
jeans,
dude.
man.
I do too, and that's the thing. Like, I want to flash my flash. You know what I'm saying? I want to throw on my.
Whoa there.
Not my penis.
Just flashing your flash all over the place.
I had to censor it. No, but like I just want to wear my stylish clothes when I want to.
No, I feel that.
But anyways, yeah, the PacSun that just closed down. It used to exist over at in the Conroe Outlet.
I was about to say, don't say the Woodlands Mall.
No, the Conroe Outlet, dude. They every year for Black Friday they did 50% off the entire store.
Wow.
Any item in the store was 50% off, whether it was new or whatever.
That's a bet.
Yeah, dude, it was so dope. I would get like all my clothes for the year, like in one day. Anyways, yeah, so there you go, Allie. Zach Beasley, thoughts on new Soul Calibur 6? Honestly, haven't played it, man.
I haven't played it either, but I bet it's good.
I've seen a lot of good stuff about it, and I've also seen like all the cool character customizations where like you just put a giant dick like on your character and just have him like fucking thrust the air. It's amazing. But you could also be super artistic and make Magikarp. Like people were making crazy characters, dude, which is really dope.
I've seen people make some pretty crazy shit in that UFC create a character thing. I've seen people make like perfect looking like Venoms and Spider-Mans and shit with that.
That's crazy.
It's pretty wild.
It's pretty awesome. But yeah, and
it's
to,
probably pretty good. If you like Soul Calibur, you're probably gonna like this.
Shout out to Joey. He's got this. He says it's dope, and he's got one of these bad boys, which is
that's fresh.
It's like the joystick.
It's like one of those Street Fighter Pro, controllers with like the 8 buttons laid out and the little stick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like it's basically the same thing as VR, but for 2D fighters. No, it just gives you that classic feel. You got the punch kick buttons and whatever else is on there. Anyways, and then we got
Game Speak Podcast, everybody.
We never claim to be video game experts, okay? We just like to talk about them.
Yes.
But anyways, Victor Miramon, what's up, man?
Yo.
Do you think Forza Horizon is any good? I kind of think it sucks. Well, and he says, and at some point playing, I believe the game was rigged for me to lose. No.
I personally enjoy the Horizon series. I do.
I like Horizon. I just got done playing a lot of Horizon 4.
I haven't tried 4 yet.
Let me tell you, it's fun, but it's boring. Like, I unless you're like a super car enthusiast, I really don't see too many people like getting attached to this game. It's unfortunate because it's very beautiful. It's so next gen looking, but it's like, it's too detailed, like way too detailed. Like you could sit there and spend like probably like just 4 hours tuning your car. Like it's stupid. And then you don't even really get to know, like I just don't feel the differences as much as like they make it seem like you would or whatever. Or like I go too far with it or I go too little with it. You got to have a knowledge of how this shit works. Like, and other than that, it's kind of fun. I mean,
if you're the car enthusiast.
But Victor, I know Victor. He likes cars, so I feel like it's surprising to me that he doesn't like this game.
It's not for everyone. It's just like Red Dead. There's a lot of people that aren't a huge fan of this new Red Dead game, but that doesn't mean it's not like a technically masterpiece of a game. You know what I mean? Just like Forza Horizon 4. It's technically really well made. I mean, you know what I mean? Like it's put together with a lot of love.
Definitely.
But it's not for everyone,
I feel that. Yeah. It's definitely a realistic racer. Then we got Thomas Shepard. What's up?
What's up, Thomas?
Thomas? He says, "Is Blizzard the new EA? With the announcement of Diablo Mobile, I'm sure it's going to be loaded with microtransactions." I like your emphasis on loaded, and yes, it probably will be. And Blizzard, the new EA, I don't see it. I don't see that happening. I mean, I think people will get angry. Like I said earlier, people will get angry. The game will come out. People will forget it came out as soon as they announce Diablo 4, and they'll pretend like this never happened.
Yeah.
Because Diablo 4 is going to be great, because it's Blizzard, and that's what they do.
I personally, I don't know. I feel like everybody puts Blizzard on such a high pedestal, but it's not. I don't know. I don't care that much about Blizzard.
You don't, and I don't. But they're like the Bethesda of like those types of games. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they do have their following for sure.
Oh, they have a fucking scary following. They're terrifying.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
To answer your question, I personally already think they're headed down that path, and I don't really care too much for that kind of thing. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
I don't care for that trash.
Don't get me wrong.
You like Overwatch, though?
I like Overwatch, but at the same time, I feel like that's one of their more cash grabby type of games.
It definitely is.
I don't know. I have a not the most positive view of Blizzard. Don't get me wrong. I like Blizzard, but it's just like I don't care that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. You're just not a fanboy.
I'm not a fanboy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Kevin Lotz asked us 900 questions, so I'm just gonna pick 1 to 2 out of his questions, and
we'll
then
pick away at them week by week.
Yeah, each week we'll come back to this list. We're gonna start with a favorite retro game that isn't Mario, Zelda, or Final Fantasy related. Man,
right now, for some reason, I want to say Pokemon Snap.
Pokemon Snap is dope. My favorite retro game of all time is Donkey Kong Country.
Ooh, you know what I really liked? Monster Rancher.
Oh, that is good.
Monster Rancher 2.
Do you like monsters?
Let's see, what else is a dope old school game?
It's got to be your favorite. He wants to know what your favorite is. You
I don't
can't
know.
keep jumping around.
I can't just pick one. Oregon Trail, dude. I don't know.
That's your favorite fucking retro game of all time.
No, I don't know.
Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail.
The free fucking piece of shit game.
It's not free.
It is free.
Shit. It wasn't back in the day.
Was it? I thought it was. I thought it came on
you had
like
to
every
buy that
computer.
shit on like a CD-ROM, bro.
That's because you were probably on a Mac.
I was playing Oregon Trail 3, bro. I'm not talking about...
Whoa, how are you already on 3, though?
I don't know. That was the first one I played, really.
God damn, dude. That's fucking crazy.
I'm talking about the Oregon Trail, bro.
All I know is that, you just get a bunch of dysentery, so...
Yeah, dysentery, fording the river, hunting.
Hunting's dope.
I
like whenever they added, the shooting. That was fun.
Let's see.
That was the first Red Dead.
That was the first Red Dead. Seriously.
Red Dead Redemption Trail.
Red Dead Oregon Trail. I don't know. It's hard to incorporate Red Dead into that.
Oregon Redemption 2.
A lot of people don't realize that Red Dead Redemption 2 is like the third game in the Red Dead series.
Yeah, but it's the sequel to Redemption.
Right.
Red Dead Revolver, the OG one, was okay.
I need to go back and play the original because I want to know if the story has anything to do with Redemption.
It does, I thought. I thought James Marsden or whatever was the son of the guy in the first game.
I don't know. John Marston, is James Marston the protagonist in Revolver?
I don't know, man.
Because I know John Marston is the protagonist in Redemption, the original Red Dead
That's
Redemption.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I think he's the son of whoever the first person or the first character is, like in the original game.
In Revolver? I didn't know that.
I think. I'm looking right now.
That would make a lot of sense. It'd be really cool if that was true.
Yeah, maybe I'm just making some lore.
I really hope so. I hope that's canon.
I think I just completely lied. This is the guy in the first game.
He looks like John Marston.
His name is Red Harlow. His nickname is the Bounty Hunter. His family is Nate Harlow, Falling Star, Shadow Wolf, and Running Moon. So no, he's not. And I just made that shit up.
Okay. Well, it sounded good. I believed it. I would have believed it.
Me too. I just did.
Well, I still want to go back and play Revolver again. Red Dead Redemption 1 is, in my opinion, still one of the best games ever. Like, and after playing Red Dead Redemption 2, the story is like, oh my god. It's like, it makes the first one's story so much better. You know, I actually recommend, if you haven't played either of them, to play the second one first. I feel like everybody should play the second one first and then play the first one, because you'll really, really enjoy the first one that much more. You know what I mean?
Nice. That's some good tips there.
Yeah. What else we got?
So then we got, finally, Justin Walker. He asks, favorite features of Red Dead 2. Brent, let us know.
My favorite features of Red Dead 2.
Horse.
I do like the horse. I like my favorite features are probably the random encounters. There's so many and they're so different, and you never know what's going to happen. I really like the way the shop's menus are set up, where you look through the catalog and it's like it's not just like a screen where you like look through, and I like how you have to like flip through the pages on the catalog. I like I like just about everything. I like having to pay your bounties. I like cooking your food. I like the hunting. I like the way you can like ride into town with your deer and like sell it at the shop. You know what I mean? I like trying to find legendary animals. I like fishing a lot. I like poker. I just like the game.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if those are features. That's the entire game.
No, those are definitely features. Like
when they're alone. But whenever you put them all together, they become Red Dead Redemption.
There's so much to it. Like,
yeah, no, I feel that. Cool. What's your favorite, though? You got to choose one.
My favorite?
Yeah, you couldn't play the game without it.
Poker.
Damn.
I love the poker. I sit there and play poker for like hours at a time. I've probably taken way longer than I should with the story, just because like I'll literally sit there and play poker until I'm out of money and then kill everybody and
take your money back.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
I think so. I haven't. I don't know. Like, you know, I try to keep it civil in town for the most part, and then when I do end up killing somebody, I usually run off so I don't get caught. So I don't really have time to like be digging through their corpses and stuff. But
commit serial murders,
dude. There's like a serial murder quest that you can find. I'm pretty sure in Red Dead. I haven't personally found it, but
it's actually really cool. Yeah. I like that. Anyways, that's it for listener questions, guys. Now we're gonna wrap up the show with Brent's segment, This Week in Gaming History.
Oh, we got a good one for you this week. So this week in gaming history, all of these are coming from the year 2000. We have a pretty strong week that year. So, okay. November 6, 2000, The World Is Not Enough came out on Nintendo 64 and PlayStation.
Nice.
November 6, 2000, also, the game, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but I know it's a big deal. Shenmue. Is it
Shenmue?
Shenmue? Shenmue? Yeah. Shenmue. That game came out the same damn day, bro.
Really?
Yes.
What did that come out on?
PlayStation 1, I believe.
Man.
And then November 8th, 2000, Escape from Monkey Island came out.
Nice.
And then November 9th, 2000, The Operative, No One Lives Forever, drops on PC.
That's pretty cool.
That's some great games right there, baby.
Those
you know
are some
what I'm
good
saying?
Games, man. Except for Shenmue. Don't know any shit about that.
I know it's good. I know that it's a big deal.
I don't know shit about Shenmue.
But yeah, so there you go, guys.
Sweet.
The history lesson for you there.
There you go. Remember, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy of CreateForSanity.com.
That's right. Remember that.
Remember the name.
Don't forget it.
The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast directories. Be sure to submit any questions you want read on the show to GameSpeak Podcast Facebook group, which is facebook.com/group/GameSpeak Podcast. Check out our video content on YouTube. All you have to do is search Create for Sanity. It's all one word. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle Aljaafreh Jamal and Brent at Brent Has One. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram. Till next time, listeners, later.
Bye.